What's up, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, fantastic afternoon, fantastic pre-noon. No matter where you are in the world, I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the Hassan on broadcast coming to you live from rainy, gray, not so sunny California, Los Angeles, folks. We're live and alive, and I hope all the boys, girls, and MBs are having a fantastic one because today's a beautiful day. Today's a wonderful day. Today is Wednesday. In any case, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, and MBs, we are live. We are alive. This is part of the broadcast where I tell you about my personal news, about what's going on in the world of Hassan and Piker in between time period where I press the stop streaming button and press the start streaming button, ladies and gentlemen. And a lot has taken place in the world of Hassan and Piker. Not a lot has taken place in my life. Shocking. I know. It's incredibly shocking, but there's not a lot of crazy things happening behind the scenes. Normie news outlets covered my Musk feud. Yeah. Oh, with the freaking Assassin's Creed hit. Yeah. What I was going to say is personal news wise, I was hanging out with my mom and she was watching this movie with like Alexander Skarsgård in it and Adam Sandberg in it, or Andy Samberg, not Adam Sandberg. I always fuck his name up. Sorry. Andy Samberg in it, called Lee. And it's like a World War II movie. I wasn't watching. I was just playing Kingdom Come Deliverance. But I feel like Andy Samberg has the face of a person that knows what an iPhone is. It's a World War II movie and he's in it. And I was like, you look out of place. I don't know how to explain it, but you know what an iPhone is. Like, it's in your eyes. You know what I mean? A lot of people, fantastic actors, they are able to portray period pieces, but then like, I don't know what it is about Andy Samberg where when I see him, I'm like, that's a post 2000s person. Yeah. His face is too modern. It's in his expressions. Maybe, I don't know. He just stuck out. Like for me, the entire time I was watching it, and it's a fucking, it's a harrowing story about like this photographer that goes to Nazi occupied territories and is like taking photos of all of these victims and people that are like killing themselves with cyanide pills. And then Andy Samberg is right there. And I'm like, but that's weird. Why is there a time traveler with you from the future? And he's just kind of goofy in the background, like with his goofy ass face. It's just funny. I don't know. Yes, I know. Elon Musk's daughter wants to come on. VIVIAN Jenna Wilson. She wants to come on the broadcast. I know. I actually followed her on TikTok and hit her up, okay, to make it happen. Yeah, Elon Musk's daughter says she would go on a Hassan stream if invited. Let's make it happen. Maybe add in a fundraiser for a charity too. Yeah, we can do that. So I was talking to one of my normie friends that I've known for almost 2 decades at this point, right? Like went to college with them. Call me at fucking 6:30 a.m. I'm still in bed. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And it's been a while since we talked to one another. I miss him. So I was like, you know what? I'll entertain this conversation. And he's a very educated guy, very successful guy, right? I was kind of in awe, like shocked at how little he knew about what was just like kind of going on. And this is a guy who's like, he's in finance, right? So he's constantly involved with like knowing what's up. He's constantly reading financial news and things like that. It's interesting because I'm talking to him and I'm just like, have you heard about all the stuff that's going on with like ICE and like deportations? Like they're trying to revoke the citizenship of American legal permanent residents and stuff. Like, do you sense an environment of discomfort or unease? Like, are you aware of all this? And he literally was oblivious. He's just like, no, I didn't hear about any of that. I always like to look at he says something like, I always like to look at the positive. Like, I always like to look at the silver lining. And it's really interesting because I don't even think it's his fault, right? I don't think it's his fault. I think that the first time around in the 2016 Trump won term, the media was dialed in on the craziness, totally locked in, covering like round the clock, maybe a decent amount of palace intrigue as well. But like they were covering the insanity of the Trump administration. Whereas this time around, I think there is like a dropping of the ball as well. Yes, it's privilege. Yes, chatters. Yes, woke chatters. Fucking dunk on the normie. I know it. Of course, there is privilege associated with this as well. But it's important for you to understand, like, a person like this, under other circumstances, a privileged person like this, under other circumstances, would be a little bit more in tune with some of the horrifying nature of, like, the dismantling of the administrative state, or you know, like violating due process. People are kind of checked out. Like, there's a lot of people that are paying close attention to this stuff, young people in general. But if you're looking at like someone who's financially comfortable and you know, just worrying about like finance or whatever, even then I was just like, what do you think about all the tariffs and the instability that it's causing? And he was just like, I don't know, I'm not, you know, it's fine. It's not nihilism at all. No, this is a very empathetic person. I'm fairly certain that if this person were more aware of the actions that the Trump administration was taking, I think they would be more frustrated. They would be more upset. They would definitely be more in tune. I still lay some of this responsibility at the feet of the Democratic Party for not making a bigger stink about it. I lay some of the responsibility on the media for not making a bigger stink about it either. When you're so tapped in and when you're so dialed in on all of the comings and goings of the real world, you unironically become so out of touch with like the average person. New Studio Ghibli drop? No, I don't. I think it's disgusting. The AI Studio Ghibli shit is nasty. Is so nasty. And just because like you like the aesthetic of something doesn't change my attitude towards the nastiness that is like AI. I will continue despising it. It's extra fucked up because we know the OG's opinion on AI. Miyazaki hates AI. He thinks it's an affront to God. It is everything that he despises about capitalism. It is everything that he despises about technological innovation, robbing the soul of people's work. And he's 100% right on it. So the very fact that like all these people, maybe I'm the friend who's too woke, okay, on this shit, but I can't stand it, dude. Whenever there's like a new AI thing that comes out, like a new AI tool that comes out and people like it and they just start blasting it all over the timeline, I'm like, ugh, it's just not for me. You can have your fun if you want to, but I hate it. I genuinely hate it. I think AI is fine for a tool, and you know, clearly it's just the new meta, and like artists need to figure out ways in which they use AI. My distaste for it stems entirely from how soulless it is and how it's just like, it's just not real art. Yeah, there's that famous spot where like someone talks about artificial intelligence with Miyazaki. Yeah, here's Nobuo Kawakami, chairman of Dwango, Japanese telecommunications and media company, explaining artificial intelligence model which learns certain movements. This is like many years ago. And Miyazaki basically sits him down and says like, I will kill you. Like, I will kill you with weapons. I will torture you if you ever show me an affront to God like this ever again. Here.
これ踊ってるように見えますけど、でこれは早く移動するっていうのを学習させたやつなんですね。これ頭を使って移動してるんですけど、基本痛覚とかないし、頭が大事だとかっていう概念がないし、だからもう頭をもう普通の足のように使って移動してるっていう。この動きがとにかく気持ち悪いんで、ゾンビゲームの動きに使えるんじゃないかっていう。こういう人工知能を使うと、多分人間が想像できない気持ち悪い動きができるんじゃないか。一応こんなことをやっています。
Most people don't really care. All my friends from university use AI on the daily. It's very popular among normies. No, I know most people don't care. I can still hate something even if other people like it, even if everyone likes it. This is one of those things. I hate it. And the reason for why I hate it is because it's soulless. And when I see so many people genuinely appreciate it and like use it on a regular basis, it makes me feel like we are devolving. Unironically, like my major takeaway is not even on the labor front. Like, it's not even on the labor law or stealing other people's artwork and all of the years of brushstrokes that they've put into to making the best art possible. Like, all that stuff is awful, but I think we are unironically destroying the last aspect of what makes us human. while simultaneously killing the planet for it. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I think Stavros put it best when he said, why the fuck are robots doing art and humans are packing up, you know, working at the distribution facilities? Like, it should be the other way around. The robot should be doing that and we should be doing art. That's the whole point, right? This isn't to say that there are no use cases for AI. This isn't to say that like AI is bad across the board. AI is simply a tool, and how you use that tool matters. I just am stating that, especially when it comes to art, like I don't know, I find it fucking soulless. I find it awful. I never said AI is never useful at all. I think that there are like real-time translations. That's a perfect use case. Okay, real-time translations from one language to the next is great. Generative AI, when utilized like in Photoshop, as artists use it as a tool, perfectly valid. Okay, that's what it is. That's what people use it for, and it's great. Generative AI churning out like absolute dog water at a rapid clip while burning the planet sucks.
毎朝この頃会わないけど身体障害の友人がいるんですよ。そのハイタッチするんだけども大変なんです。
He says he has a friend who has a disability. It's so hard for him just to do a high five. His arm was stiff muscle reaching out to my hand. Now thinking of him, I can't watch this stuff and find interesting. Whoever creates this stuff has no idea what pain is or whatsoever. I am utterly disgusted. If you really want to make creepy stuff, you can go ahead and do it. I would never wish to incorporate this technology into my work at all. I strongly feel that this is an insult to life itself. Miyazaki's always been the cuntiest, okay? He is famously an asshole. Everybody knows this, which is unique in a Japanese setting because although he is the most senior in the room and in most rooms that he's in, there's still a level of like professionalism that you're supposed to demonstrate in situations like this. He does not hold back at all. Like, we're talking about a culture that, you know, finds a million different words to not say no directly. So this is like extra crazy. We don't mean to do anything by showing it to the world. Yeah, I understand. Studio Ghibli producer Suzuki says, so what is your goal? Well, we would like to build a machine that can draw pictures like humans do. Would you? Yes. He's out. This is the most out he's ever been. He said, I feel like we're nearing the end of times. I love this video. I've played it so many times on this broadcast. We humans are losing faith in ourselves. The reason why I showed you this is because the latest like generative AI tool that came out was directly ripping his fucking art style. And it's all over my goddamn timeline. Like, if there's an artist that many, many years ago actively said, this is the worst thing that you can ever make, I hate you for making this, now I am doubting the entirety of humanity, it's Miyazaki. So it's crazy that they took his art style and they ripped it and are pumping out Studio Ghibli looking AI pieces now. Like, this is what I was talking about. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. It's terrible. Tremendous alpha right now and sending your wife photos of y'all converted to Studio Ghibli anime. Incredible things are happening with a new ChatGPT update. Like, no, this is not an incredible thing that's happening. This is a horrible thing that's happening. I hate it. I hate it so much. I'm not foolish. I understand that there is no way to stop this at all. It's over. Normies love this shit. They're like, oh, cute photo. I still despise it. That's all I'm saying. You can get mad at me if you want for that take. I understand that there will never be regulations on this. And perhaps maybe there shouldn't be regulations on this anyway. It's a tool at the end of the day. I'm just saying I fucking hate it. I hate it. It quite literally robs art of the one component. It robs art of the humanity. That's what art is. It's supposed to be made by a human. I feel like I'm going crazy when I explain this basic concept. And people are just like, nah, dude, you don't understand. Like, it's supposed to be made by a living, breathing organism with experiences. It's about like all of the things that you've done leading up to that moment. Every brush stroke, every time you picked up a goddamn pencil, the times when you were bullied, the times when you were ridiculed, the times when you struggled, when you had adversity. Like, all of that is supposed to be reflected in what you're doing. And that is supposed to invoke emotion out of the person who was looking at it. And now it's just like, nope, it's slop. A machine made this. Maybe I'm, again, like I said, maybe I'm the friend that's too woke. Maybe I'm being a little lame about it, but I find it dire. I find it horrifying that people are entertained by it. Like, it's a real devolution. We are devolving. We are decaying. Our humanity is being robbed of us. It's being robbed from us. Movies, like motion pictures, have remained like the highest form of art at this stage. And it's like the one aspect that's also being shredded with AI garbage as well. The reason why a movie is worthwhile, even though we make a lot of slop now as well, the reason why movies that are timeless classics are important and good is because every aspect, every shot, the lighting, like everything is intentional. There is humanity in every part of it. So turning around and making everything computer, in Trump's terms, is robbing movies of its soul as well. Hassan, don't pay attention to them. I studied fine art in college. I have a degree in this. You are so correct, 10,000%. Yeah, the problem is they will look to you and say, oh, you're just a woke loser who wants to protect their job and get fucked. Like, that's the issue. The issue is like people have no appreciation for art. And it's also another aspect of like education being gutted and destroyed, where people just have no appreciation for it whatsoever. And therefore younger generations are not going to have any sort of resistance towards this sort of thing. And in the process, it's just going to be worse and worse. I always say, I don't have an issue with AI. Like, let's say self-driving is established. There should still be a truck driver that is sitting behind that wheel, whether it be to, take over in times of necessity, or simply for that person to still make a living. My argument is that these tools are simply tools. They should not be used as a way to replace existing labor, but instead should be used as tools.